make sure I remember.
We choose with anchor.
What's it? Oh, yes. Oh, okay. Yes. Thank you. Okay, great.
So after we read this poem, we have 3 questions to each of you. For the first question, what is your inspiration to write this poem?
So the poem is titled Wedge Acres. In English, a wedge is like this thing. You may use a wedge to split wood. Has anyone ever split wood on a farm? Well, if you split wood, you have a piece of wood like this, and you have an axe, and you have a wedge that you fit into the top of the wood, and you hit the wedge, and then the wood splits open. So a wedge is basically shaped like this. But where I grew up in America, the property was called Wedge Acres. That was its nickname because it was shaped like a wedge. It was a large piece of land, but if you looked at it from the top, if you were in a helicopter or plane, it looked much like a wedge. So that poem is about my upbringing in America. It's reflection, a memory of my childhood, and specifically the name of the place where I grew up called Wedge Acres. That was the name of the property.
Thank you. So for the next question, I wonder that why in this poem it must be oak and pine. Does these 2 things have any special meaning?
The special meaning. Wedge Acres is like a contradiction maybe, because a wedge also in English is something that divides people. Like you might say, that some event put a wedge in our relationship. That means that event caused your relationship to fall apart. So wedge divides things, much like if you're hitting that piece of wood with an axe and the wedge goes down in and splits the wood. But it was a place also of feeling at home, so feeling not divided, right? So maybe it's a contradiction. And as a child, I was always interested in why was it called Wedge Acres? It was only until I was an adult that I realized it's simply because the land looked like a wedge. So yeah, that's the meaning. I think the contradictory meaning.
For the last question, what role does poetry play in your life, and how does it impact or shape you as a person?
Very nice question. I use poetry as a way to record daily life, experiences that I may forget otherwise. Some people, or many people, take photographs. I will try to write poems. And then years later, I'll remember, oh, I would have forgotten that if I didn't write about it. So a poem is a way to document my everyday life and to give meaning to it. Thank you for your questions.
Thank you so
4.
much.
Very well done.